welcome back to The Express at the River Rock in Richmond for the 2012 Chinese Restaurant Awards. It's one of the things that I love about living on the West Coast, our awesome and eclectic food scene. Another thing, our approach to fashion. And on today's West Coast Style, Mansour shows us how to update our winter wardrobe. She does it with a little help from some friends.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style is brought to you by Pacific Center.
The West Coast is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I'm on the hunt to make sure that the people here look just as good as where they live. I'm Mansour, and I'm a lifestyle journalist searching for the most cutting-edge fashion and beauty hotspots, deals, and tips, all in our own backyard. I'll do the shopping so you don't have to. This is West Coast Style. It's a new year, so what better time than now to invest in a more fashion-forward you? On today's West Coast Style, we bring you part one of our three-part series, New Year, New You, New Closet, dedicated to making you look your best in 2012. First up, the 5 must-have pieces any gal should have in their closet, no matter their age or budget. Today, I'm helping out 2 Vancouver professional women needing a much-needed closet upgrade. Kendall Harris is a Shaw TV reporter in her mid-30s, in a position to finally invest in her wardrobe. On the flip side, Andrea Vischer is a PR representative in her mid-20s, who's just jump-started her career.
What I'm looking for today are some really good essentials that I can carry from season to season. Another thing I'm hoping for today is that the stylist can choose clothes that aren't too trendy. You know, I'm in my mid-30s. I don't want things that look too young, if you know what I mean.
My biggest challenge is trying to find something that looks good, that's also affordable, because I have to stick to a budget. With the work that I do, I often need to go from the office to an evening event, so I'm looking for pieces that will work for both.
Hey ladies! Thanks for meeting me here at the Bay downtown today. I've asked you to come here so I can help solve all of those style challenges you guys have been having for 2012. Yes. And I'm going to introduce you to the Bay's personal shoppers, Jesse and Michelle, to help you guys out.
Cool.
Awesome, let's go. To tackle Kendall and Andrea's checklist, I've asked the Bay Downtown's personal shoppers, Jesse Carlson and Michelle Addison, to simplify what the women need into 5 must-have pieces that work not only for them, but for any woman as well.
I've been personal shopping for about 8 years, and Michelle and I both came here in September to open the personal shopping service in the Bay, which is completely complimentary. There's no minimum spend, so if you don't feel like you're great at dressing or shopping or anything, you just call us, make an appointment, and we will pull some things for you and we'll get your look defined.
We also can help you save money because you're not going to be picking up things that don't look good, that don't fit. You'll have a concise wardrobe that works for your lifestyle.
So Jesse, I'm really excited to see the 5 must-haves that you've put together for our ladies.
Kendall is in her mid-30s and she's a reporter, so we were looking for a little bit more high-end, and our first must-have here is the black blazer, which goes with everything, and we've paired it here with our second must-have, which is the day dress.
Now, it's so important for the ladies at home to realize how vital it is to have a black blazer that fits you properly and that's flattering.
Yeah.
But then again, is a shape that will transcend trends. But for those who are on a more affordable price point, this can also be achieved.
Yeah, you know what? We do. My partner Michelle has put together a great look similar to this, but more affordable.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
I'm so excited to see the looks side by side that you guys have put together, to see the more affordable option and the more high-end option.
Yeah, it's so great because Andrea is just young and starting out her career, so we've chosen a bunch of affordable options that she can still look hip and stylish in. All of her items that she's wearing is all under $200, which is really great. The day dress is from Topshop, which is a great brand that we have downtown at the Bay. Her hem length is a little shorter. She's younger. She can kind of afford to have a little bit more leg showing, especially for spring.
Now, even though that this blazer is under $200, the shape really is flattering on her as well, similar to Kendall's.
Still getting the same kind of cut as that Theory brand, but maybe the fabric is just a bit different.
So we've already covered the first 2 must-haves, but there's still 3 more pieces that Jesse and Michelle think that you should have in your closet. Tune in next week as we conclude our series here at the Bay downtown Vancouver. I'm Mansour for West Coast Style.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style has been brought to you by Pacific Center.
To find out more about the pieces on today's West Coast Style, you can visit the Bay's website, hbc.com. I want to say great job by both of the models there, especially Kendall, maybe a new career. She's definitely got the runway legs. And speaking of careers, coming up on today's Express with our Rare Investments, The Good Life, we'll be talking careers with comedian Patrick Maliha, and he's also going to show me his workout. It's a pretty great routine, and I think I'm going to need it after today's drool-worthy Wedding Bells feature.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day.
The connection between chocolate and romance is actually very, very deep.
Sarah and I headed to CocoaNymph for a lesson in chocolatiering.
I feel like I'm in the movie Chocolat. Bonjour, Johnny Depp. Comment ça va?
Let's face it, chocolate goes with everything, especially weddings.
And owner Rachel Swatsky explained,
the history of chocolate runs back about 4,000 years, and even way back then, chocolate was revered for being an aphrodisiac. The Aztecs and Mayans believed that it made women uninhibited and gave men stamina.
Ooh la la! We were ready for our lesson.
And here are the tips we discovered.
Number 1, why we crave chocolate.
One of those things is a compound. You can only get into your bloodstream in 2 ways. One is by eating chocolate, and the other is by falling in love.
If you can't fall in love,
you can
just eat chocolate.
Number 2, these chocolates are great for favors at weddings.
I think that having a chocolate favor at your wedding is one of the most romantic things you can do.
Because these are the kinds of favors that your guests are not going to forget at the end of the night because they're so good.
Number 3, you can do it yourself.
If I bring all my girlfriends in here to make favors for my wedding, I have to be quite trusting that they're going to make
Nice ones and not dirty ones.
I'm not letting this one.
If you want to have all the shapes dictated, we can do that.
Or the bride and groom could make them. How personal is that?
It's very romantic, and you're dripping in chocolate and feeding each other.
Kind of gross too. It works on some level.
Number 4, it's a pickup joint.
When we have our chocolate workshops, it's usually a whole bunch of women, and I keep telling single guys that if they need to meet ladies, they should sign up for a workshop.
No, don't contaminate the chocolate.
Oh, sorry. And number 5, they are all secret Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Doo.
My assistant manager is like this big.
Rachel can make how many in an hour?
At least 250.
250?
Yeah.
Oompa
Loompa
Doompa Dee
Doo.
I got a
little surprise.
We don't know the words.
And number 6, that's what she said.
It is harder than it looks. You know, size isn't everything. See, it all comes back.
Okay, we get it.
And how did we fare as chocolatiers?
Uh-oh. Okay,
Aubrey.
there we go.
Oh no, what I did, I slid it the wrong way.
I'm an artist.
Wow, it's not sitting flat. Ah.
That's not going to help your situation.
Ah.
There's a blob where I don't want a blob.
Da-da-da.
I put the hearts on the wrong way, so now my moon is heartless.
Uh-oh.
Well, ours were original.
Whether for favors at your wedding or a great shower idea, CocoaNymph provides romance, laughter, and memories.
She's such a lady.
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. CocoaNymph, they're taking part in the Hot Chocolate Festival that starts this weekend. As for their chocolate making workshops, they fill up fast. So fast that they're all full right now, but they are releasing new workshop dates on January the 15th, so you can check out their website. You're watching The Express, and we're at the Chinese Restaurant Awards. We've got more food and culture of this variety coming up.
You want some? It's negative calories.
Rare Investments, The Good Life. Comedian Patrick Maliha's diet advice.
Can't talk. Eating.
Local culture. A green dress, objects, memory, and the museum. The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Today's generation of young people spend the least amount of time outside of any generation in human history. We need to have children out, we need to have people out in order to see the world around that allows us to live. I think something like the Sea to Sky Trail is the epitome of what we need to get people back out into the real world, to see nature as it can be, and something that we are a part of and that we must fight to protect.
Welcome back to The Express at the River Rock in Richmond for the 2012 Chinese Restaurant Awards. We have an award winner from the comedy scene on today's Rare Investments, The Good Life. His act has been described as Ray Romano meets a 21st century Don Rickles. I'm talking about entertainer Patrick Maliha, who I discovered is a whole lot more than a one-liner.
Rare Investment, The Good Life, is brought to you by Rare Investment Online at rareinvestment.com.
The Good Life. It's not all champagne and caviar.
Johanna Ward has your insider's look at the influential.
And we're learning their secrets to the good life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Maliha!
The only two things in this world I love!
It's like being in the movie Twilight. You want to know who's the alpha male? Booyah!
Meet award-winning comedian Patrick Maliha. He holds the world record for the most impressions in 1 minute.
Seinfeld and Kramer. Why is this the one thing? What's the... Yeah.
He's headlined comedy shows all over North America.
Do you hear a voice of some sort?
He's been telling jokes for 20 years.
I am certain that I am hearing a British voice or something somewhere.
And he apparently hasn't heard of not breaking the fourth wall.
Maybe the meds have worn off and the voices are back in my head or something like that.
Maybe. Patrick Maliha. The guy's crazy.
That's Patrick!
He's pretty funny, though. Actually, he's really funny. So let's go with kooky to describe him.
Yes, Twinkles, we're gonna make some toast! Spare time, I love spending time with my kids.
Pretty full house here. What? Hutton's 3, Sadie's 1.5 years, and then
Yes.
Twinkles is how old?
Twinkles is 10 weeks.
Wow.
10 weeks old, yes. Toddlers and a puppy.
He is such a good dad. And it's especially funny because his comedy, you know, is a little bit racy. Not exactly family friendly.
This is how I get my exercise. I play the running game. I find the time to exercise as well, but I incorporate my children.
Ready, set, go!
And then I go, who wants to do some pull-ups? And then it goes like, It's the choice I make to spend the time I do with my children, and I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. Except for more money.
Next stop, without the kiddies, a place where this comedian reveals he's a kid at heart.
Let me give you a little nerd tour, if you will.
Tour. Yep.
There's action with Superman, Animal Man, Swamp Thing as well, which I love.
Okay.
I love to read. I love reading comic books because I'm an intellectual.
Yeah, I'd never been in a comic book store before.
Maybe I should be shopping here. They have Charmed and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So this is where I come and I spend my disposable income as opposed to investing it into GICs or an education fund for my children.
You invested into G.I. Joes.
That's right. After I saw Johanna tell some jokes, the first thing that I thought to myself was, I wonder if she can sing.
Johanna's jokes may fall flat with this stand-up comedian, but it's not enough to leave her at the curb.
I was like, do we take the SUV? Do we take the family car? Or do we take the Dodge? The sweet Dodge.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty sweet.
The Pimpmobile.
Oh, goodness.
Right now.
As Johanna next found out, Patrick's jokes may not be clean, but he likes his car to be.
I got myself a beautiful lady, beautiful car.
He's just such a cool dude, like totally rides in style.
One last stop before they ride off into the sunset. Vancouver funny guy and foodie shows Johanna his version of fine dining.
You want some? It's negative calories.
Have you ever seen the guy eat?
The more you eat, the more you throw up. Stay so slim.
There are no words.
I heard that Fatty's your nickname. How come?
Because I eat stuff like this all the time.
Do you feed your kids hot dogs?
Can't talk. Eating.
And with that, family time, fantasy, and fast food fuel. This off-the-wall entertainer keeps us laughing, along with the good life.
Rare Investment, The Good Life, has been brought to you by Rare Investment at rareinvestment.com.
You can follow Patrick Maliha on Twitter at Patty Fatty. See, that wasn't a joke. He's also emceeing a new variety show at the Fray on Fraser Street. It's free, it's funny, and it happens on Tuesday nights starting at 9 o'clock. Also happening this Tuesday, we're going to have an interview with one of the big winners at this year's Chinese Restaurant Awards. And for more ideas to fill up your social calendar, we've got today's Express Spotlight.
Vancouver Chinatown's Chinese New Year Parade comes alive with lion dances, cultural dance troupes, marching bands, and more. You can see our very own Shaw and Global staff on our float and meet the new anchor team of Global National Mandarin. Check out the Steveston Farmers Market and Artisans Market held inside for winter at the Gulf of Georgia Cannery. You can expect to find amazing artistry, plentiful produce, chefs in the market, and entertainers. Resolutions can wait? No, they can't, and neither can reservations. Hundreds of restaurants will be offering 3-course dinners for a set price in this tasty restaurant festival.
And that's it for today's Express from the 2012 Chinese Restaurant Awards happening here at the River Rock in Richmond. Thanks for watching the show, only on Shaw TV.